Graduates, please be seated. We are gathered here tonight to honor the graduates of ASM Tech, the Academy of Science, Math, and Technology. We recognize the outstanding partnership between ASM Tech, Mason County Central, our fiscal agent, other local school districts, and West Shore Community College, which has now been in existence for over 10 years. We are grateful for these partners, for the ongoing support they provided this program. Through this partnership, students are offered the unique opportunity to step into the college early, experience it with a cohort of students and the support structure provided by an early middle college environment. ASM Tech students, you've done it. You've crossed the finish line, you've studied, you've put in the hard work, you've endured the challenges along the way. We know this is just one first step for you, and we wish you the best as you pursue your future goals. Congratulations. We welcome parents, extended family, friends, West Shore Community College administration, staff, West Shore ESD board members, area high school superintendents, principals, counselors, and community members as we recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of the ASM Tech graduating class of 2024. ASM Tech students, in a letter I wrote to you in the Ludington Daily News, I told you how proud I am of the hard work and dedication you put in throughout your education, focusing especially on these last 2 years. I recognize the big step you took to move out of your comfort zone, from pretty much becoming a full-time college student as seniors in high school. I commented about you were determined to forge a less worn path, and it paid off. As Robert Frost referred to in his poem, you took the road less traveled. Like you, in that poem, the author describes a dilemma of two paths and the uncertainty of which path will produce the best outcome. You will have many more decisions like this one as you move forward in life, and I encourage you to be brave and to not be afraid to take the road less traveled, especially when it's the best road for you. I want to reiterate that all of you will walk away with a MEMCA certificate signifying that you've met the Michigan High School graduation requirements and some additional requirements. The majority of you have earned associate's degree. Many of you have served as teacher assistants, student council officers, and tutors. You've played a leadership role at West Shore Community College, and you will be missed. In reflecting, these are all great accomplishments, but it's what they signify that is really powerful. It's the idea of a dream that is likely started a long time ago that's now coming to fruition. It's the fact that something that some of you thought you could never do. It's what you've learned about yourself, others, and the world, and how that's positively influenced your perspective and your futures forever. I'd like to now introduce ASM Tech instructor Cynthia Erickson.
Class of 2024, here you are. Do you remember 3 years ago, tentatively participating in the new student welcome event? 3 years ago, right? And seemingly in the blink of an eye, here you are, graduating, leaving stories of success and opportunities for others who occupy the seats after you. It brings me real joy to be here with you today and to have worked with you in the last 2 years. In our online-only class meetings or academic accountability meetings, I documented your progress, and I witnessed signs of struggles, but waited for you to figure out where you were. Some of you, of course, managed everything smoothly, right? But for those with struggles, it was waiting and watching for what you were going to do about where you were. As your class song identifies, you indeed did it your way. Some of you delayed action for tutors or study groups, as fourth-year students typically do. And it's all part of the process for most students transitioning from high school to the independence of college learning, we'll say. Each year, I choose a personal growth word to focus and develop on within myself over the 12 months of a year. And this concept might be able to link back to one of my favorites, Maslow, with his theory of hierarchy of needs, right? Food, water, shelter, foundations, building towards self-actualization. For your class, a word came to me last fall. It embodies a concept not everyone is willing to achieve, but one that is fair to say everybody desires. As we age, its antonym can be a piercing insult. Reflecting about the progress each of you has made in 4 semesters, the steps toward organization, the conversations about acquiring more knowledge with academic coaches, yes, those tutors, the eventual celebrations of achievement, yahoos and fist bumps. This word encompasses each one of you. Maturity. Collectively as a class and individually, each one of you has developed maturity to make decisions more frequently that benefit you rather than sabotage. You've gained emotional maturity to accept responsibility for being in your own way and then advocating for yourself to be able to move forward. Continue that maturity journey. Harness your belief that you can repeat the success without the struggle, and know you can always email me for a mental mint of support all along the way. You make us all very proud. Thank you, class of 2024. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium Paula Mowell, our ASM Tech Coordinator.
Thank you all for joining us this evening as we celebrate this amazing group of students, the ASM Tech Class of 2024. You are here, parents, family, friends, colleagues, to highlight the accomplishments of someone that you've supported. We are grateful for your investment in them and for your presence at this celebration. I'm the coordinator for ASM Tech, which means I play a lot of different roles. It also means that I have a front row seat to so much of what happens in both the big picture and the small. I often think my job is about noticing, about pointing out what I see and have seen through the past 2 years or more, reminding students where they were and pointing out the growth that they might miss along the way. So let's start with the big picture. How did these students get here to this college campus a year earlier than their peers, earning themselves 2 years of free college that included strong staff support and deep community with their classmates? They decided in 10th grade that they were interested in an unusual challenge. Please remember that these students were freshmen when the pandemic hit, so high school didn't look like normal high school for them. Yet they each determined they were willing to complete a big application, go through a family interview, and give the AccuPlacer college placement test their best shot. This was a really big step when they'd already experienced so much disruption in their education. But these bold students did it anyway. Then, just when life at their home high schools was really starting to feel more normal, they made a decision to leave it after their junior year and start a brand new journey. They came to this campus, driving up to an hour each way to become full-time college students. They've spent the last 2 years learning about themselves. They've considered opportunities and options and then taken them and grown. They've jumped into challenges with both feet, sometimes crashing, sometimes flying. But they've done it together, and they've left an impression on everyone around them. So let's look at the numbers. 27 students are graduating this evening. You represent some of the best that our local high schools have to offer. Baldwin, Manistee, Onekama, Mason County Central, Mason County Eastern, Hart, Pentwater, Shelby, and Walkerville. 17 of you received your associate degree, 5 of you with honors, and 5 of you with high honors. As for what's next, 1 of you is heading off on a 2-year mission to Spanish speakers. 6 of you have adventures ahead through immediate careers, including welding, a CNC machinist, an EKG technician, and an emergency medical responder. 1 will be surrounded by chocolate as she supervises at Kilwins. 3 of you will be surrounded by uniforms this summer as you pursue specific training through the National Guard. The benefit of having future education costs covered has got to feel good. But thank you for being willing to serve. 7 of you plan to continue your education at West Shore Community College, to complete a degree, to add another one, or to seek an additional certification with the added blessing of using the Mason County Promise to cover all tuition costs. 13 of you plan to go on to various universities. ASM Tech will be well represented at Michigan State, including both Lyman Briggs and James Madison residential colleges, Great Lakes Maritime Academy, CLI Conservatory for Dance, Michigan Tech, Aquinas College, University of Detroit Mercy, Ferris State University, Davenport University, and the University of Michigan School of Nursing in Ann Arbor. This class has received some attention from West Shore Community College at their recent Student Awards ceremony. The award of Outstanding Student Parliamentarian was given to Joseph Schwartz, Outstanding Student in Social Sciences, Isabel Omnis, and the top award that West Shore gives, Outstanding Graduate in Arts and Sciences, to Tanner Solberg. West Shore is also saying farewell to very many valuable contributors this evening. Both biology lab assistants, the president of Haven, the chemistry lab assistant, and the art assistant are leaving holes on this campus. The college will also have to work hard to find replacements for employees in the testing center, the library, student services, and the bookstore. Student Senate will lose a strong contingent with this class. Vice President, treasurer, and many committee chairs and advocates who worked hard to make this campus a better place for everyone. You also did an excellent job of preparing for the future. You brought the 4th years in behind, and they are poised to help move West Shore Student Senate into the future. Last Friday, you gave your final advice and farewell to the 4th years as they prepare to pick up the baton that you're passing on. There was humor and shared dreams, some that you've discovered while you were here. You were honest and encouraging, and you kept reminding the ones coming behind you to have fun, to reach out, and to stretch themselves. Thank you for reminding them that they can do it too. As we reviewed the data, we discovered that this class is 70% first generation college students. That means that the majority of our students come from households where their parents do not have college degrees. But the support that you, the parents and guardians, have given, the grit that you have modeled, the strength that you have taught them, first generation or not, shines through your children and carries them forward. Thank you for investing in them so deeply, and then for entrusting them to us for these few years. En los hogares donde hablan 2 lenguas, este es un camino un poco más difícil, tratando de entender un sistema que ya es complicado, pero sus estudiantes tienen un coraje, una fuerza que viene de adentro, que aprendieron de ustedes, sus padres. Estos estudiantes tienen oportunidades porque ustedes les enseñaron que sí se pueden. El futuro para ellos se parece lleno de luz y oportunidades. Gracias por compartir a sus hijos con nosotros. We asked you, the class of 2024, what ASM Tech has done for you. One student said, "It has given me a head start on college, a real insight into who I am as a person and how much potential I have." Another said, "It provided me with an opportunity to find myself and truly see what I can do while also being given just enough of a lifeline that I feel safe experimenting, safe pushing the boundaries of the education I seek." A third said, "It has helped me through working out not only what I want to learn and have a career in, but also who I am. They helped me through the stresses of college, and the small cohort gave me a safe, helpful community of people where everybody knows my name. I don't know where I would be without this program." While our staff, Cindy, Stacy, Jamie, and I have put in long hours and worked to make this the best program it can be, you are the ones that make it valuable and unique. You are the ones that take the opportunities that we offer and run with them. You create the environment that allows everyone around you to thrive. You all know that I love quotes. John C. Maxwell says that success is a series of small victories. One of the great pleasures of my job is to share with students what I see them do, how I see them succeed, and the steps they took to reach those accomplishments. Please allow me to share some of what I've noticed. Joseph Schwartz. Wow. It would be difficult to express how much I have seen you grow in your time here. I know you did not always enjoy the touchy-feely stuff of core time, and you told me so in writing, but you are also one of the best examples of using what we taught. You have made yourself successful here, from taking over presentations to younger students to being the trailblazer in the new robotics class. Thank you for sharing your wit, your intelligence, and even your irreverence. Ariana Hernandez, you are always smiling. You share yourself fully with others, and you work to hold them up. You were always mature, but I think the independence here has helped you find more of who you can be, which is pretty impressive. You never think too highly of yourself. Even when I was gushing about you getting into James Madison College and how hard that is to do, you kept shrugging it off. But you are impressive, and I believe you will continue to become even more so. Anahi Ramirez, your personal strength and your sense of self continue to amaze me. You are quiet, but no one should mistake that as uncertainty. You are confident and you know exactly what you want. Every single time we met, you had a well-thought-out plan. You knew what you wanted, and sometimes you knew what you definitely didn't want. You are willing to take risks, but you know where your limits are. These are things many adults are still trying to figure out. I can only imagine that those strengths will continue to grow. Caden Taylor, you take your role as a friend so seriously. You invest deeply in others and you would do anything for them. But it is my hope that you're getting better at investing those positive benefits and beliefs into yourself as well. Remember the class you were so sure you were going to fail? But you didn't withdraw, you worked hard, and you definitely didn't fail it. You are more than you realize, and you only have to look at Student Summit 2 days ago for an example. I loved your spur-of-the-moment ideas, especially because they were better than mine. Esmeralda Guerrero, always positive, always shining, always working, always helping. These past 2 years have made you look deeper inside yourself at your grit, your own self-worth, at your own personal expectations. I hope you have learned to give yourself some grace. I hope you have learned to ask for help, even though you're the one always giving it. I hope you can see what we see when we look at Esmer, a bright light to everyone around her. Anna Herberger, I got to see some of the steel running through your quiet intellectual exterior. You were voted most changed since sophomore year, and I completely agree. You've been open about the fact that coming here forced you to change how you viewed yourself, and that you found, quote, joy in imperfection. You also opened up enough to let others know you and learn from you, and that was a gift. Michigan Tech is lucky. Savannah Quiet, always searching, intent on finding the right path, you had no trouble pushing the envelope to find out who you wanted to become. And watching you at EMT graduation this week, I felt confident that you found your path. You are now part of a courageous, selfless group of people who serve our community through emergencies, and we are fortunate to have you. Janessa Alvesteffer, you are gritty, determined, and a good friend. You have always known you wanted nursing, and despite some challenges, you never deviated from that path. But you've also come to know yourself better, and I was so impressed last week when you came to me and you adjusted your future plans because you realized you wanted to be a better version of yourself. You also had a clearer picture of who was most important in your life, your family. That is true maturity. Gladys Rosas, You are a first-generation college student, and you are one of the best examples of how to do that. I see some uncertainty in you sometimes, but you have 3 essential qualities: determination, work ethic, and willingness to ask questions. You just keep asking, and so you keep learning. You are also very kind, and your hopeful perspective will make you an excellent teacher. Thank you for letting me help you along this path and watch you succeed. Abigail Prine, you came in with talent, and you knew it. But you were willing to learn and explore, and it's opened you up to so much more. I'm thinking about the nervous person I saw the first couple of weeks of your 4th year, and then the polished and passionate artist you were at your art show last week. I'm proud of having been a small part of your path to fully developing yourself and your art. Leticia Estrada Navarrete, you were working on a college application essay and trying to write about your community. When you wrote, as I suggested, about what it's like to be inside the brain of an extreme extrovert, I learned so much about you. I wish everyone had a chance to see what's going on inside of your head. You've had some challenges while you were here, and you've worked through them with grace, allowing them to make you stronger than you were, which was already quite impressive. Alicia Escoto, I think you are just beginning to find your strength, and I'm so grateful that you are committing yourself to the classroom. You have a calm, a wisdom, and an easy way about you. I've told you that I wish you had spread yourself around a little bit more so that others could have enjoyed getting to know you better, but I know that you are growing and stretching yourself on just the right trajectory. Be confident as you go forward, knowing that you've already proven yourself over and over again. There is no doubt that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Teach the students, affect a community, run the school. You can do it all. Plain Ralph, you are honest and open, sharing your experiences with others in a refreshingly direct way. I truly appreciate how you are willing to tell others of your mistakes so that they can learn how to avoid those struggles in their own paths. You pay attention to details that many others your age miss. Thank you for many enjoyable conversations, often not about school at all. Thank you for living real in front of us. Ureli Rodriguez. My favorite memory of you, aside from your fabulous acting in the Student Summit video, was when you took on college algebra. A tutoring staff member came to me with doubts about whether you could do it, and they wondered if maybe you should withdraw from the class. But because I'd seen this before, I said, "This is Ureli. Give her time." And you plugged away day after day, taking small bites of that monster of a class until you beat it. And it wasn't a C in the end either. Way to go. Autumn Heighton. I remember one day I was surprised to see the Baldwin students on campus because their bus wasn't running that day. When I asked someone, they told me that you had reached out to the driver on your own to see about options, and you'd gotten the driver to agree to get a van and drive all of the ASM Tech students to campus anyway. That's Autumn, getting it done. I'm super excited about the emergency pathway for you because I think you're going to be great at it. Alexandra Swanger. I have fond memories of meeting with you virtually before you joined us on campus. You weren't sure if this was the right path for you, so we spent some time exploring college options that included dance. Since you've been here, I've learned even more about dance as a career field because you've let me join you while you've explored those options. I'm so excited for the next step for you. And remember, your boring report card with all the grades that are exactly the same proves that you can jump back into academics anytime you want. Brendan Brady. You mentioned to me recently that so many things have been possible for you because you joined ASM Tech, and I agree. But I want to point out that those things have been possible because you engaged. You put in effort and you gave your time. You are always authentically yourself, and you have invested that self in so many places and in so many people. And don't forget, I have seen you out in the tutoring center, putting your head down and working hard. I know it wasn't easy. I believe you're ready for whatever the Maritime Academy can throw at you. Desiree Melchor. This semester, I can finally say that I know you. You're quiet, and I wasn't always sure how best to help you, but I've discovered that you are mature beyond your years, and I've watched you discover that you are stronger than you sometimes think you are. I've seen you be a good friend to others, and I believe that will help you as much as your certifications to be a great healthcare professional. We need nurses just like you. Sydney Horick, I told you recently that I shared with your high school counselor that you were giving a speech at graduation. That's because I wanted her to see what you've done while you're here. You had to come to campus and dig in hard, and you did it. You then had to take that really ugly, tough chemistry class, and you beat it. Life hasn't been easy on you lately, but you continue to succeed with grace and laughter. I'm so glad that your classmates recognized your impact. Gabriel Vandergeld, do you have any idea how proud of you we are? A year ago, no one was sure how things were going to go. But you came to campus this fall and you had a plan, and you enacted your plan, and you made it work. And look at you now. National Guard, stronger grades, options for college. Thank you for making such excellent choices and for allowing us to watch you grow by leaps and bounds. Gladys Moncada Pineda. Wow, are you ever determined? Let me just say that it's not wise for someone to get in your way. When you came to ASM Tech, I watched you stumble, which is so not something you are used to doing. And then I watched you get up, dust yourself off, roll up your sleeves, and dig in. You did everything we suggested and way more. And the University of Michigan School of Nursing noticed. Way to go. Shelby Hilliard, you were in my office recently working through something frustrating, and I noticed an air about you that struck me. You were calm, you were cool, and you were wise. You were articulate about what you thought, and you weren't anxious or nervous. You've grown so much as you've navigated the challenges of college, and you are not the student that you were 2 years ago. I hope you see how capable you can be, and I hope you take that new confidence with you out into the field of healthcare. Isabel Omnis, I do not know how you do it all. The super challenging classes, the 2 campus jobs, and then this year you had to do even more. I love that you got to work in accounting on this campus since it gave you a chance to discover how best to use your math talents. And I love that you got selected as outstanding student in social sciences when that's not even your field. We all know you will be successful and likely make a lot of money someday. But I'm proudest knowing that you will always be yourself. Kind, thoughtful, strong, and determined. Josiah Walker. So I used to work at the same school where Josiah went to elementary, early elementary, and I remember when his name stirred fear in the hearts of teachers. Fast forward to the present, and his name still stirs teachers, but with admiration. No one works harder, no one has more integrity, and no one is more fun to have in class than Josiah. Thank you for taking a chance on ASM Tech and for making us better for it. You've certainly made it more enjoyable for me. Tanner Solberg. There is too much to say about Tanner, and lots of it has to do with academic awards, intelligence, crazy successful video games, and maybe some apparent perfection. But the best part about Tanner is how real he is. Tanner, you are never afraid to be Tanner. Sometimes you have been frustrated, which is understandable when you're able to work at a faster pace than a lot of the rest of us, but you have never let that frustration keep you from being respectful and kind to those around you. There's a reason your class voted you most likely to become president, most intellectual, and most likely to succeed. Maya Ramos. I've told you what a change I've noticed in you from last year to this year. I think your summer at basic training for the National Guard pushed you hard. And it helped you see that you were really capable of becoming more than you thought you could. And then you came back this fall and you showed this newfound confidence to all of us. You've always been determined, but the past 2 years have polished you and made you shine. All that growth was particularly clear during your Student Summit speech. Excellent job. Jacob Holcomb. You came in strong academically, and then you let yourself be taught and mentored. You knew you could be good, but I don't think you knew how good. Fast forward 2 years and you've led a club, worked with Student Senate, had a GIS internship, and even gotten a cool bio summer job and an MSU internship. You have a yellow brick road laid out in front of you. You even got into Lyman Briggs. Lyman Briggs! You worked hard for it, and you deserve it. Congratulations on doing just about everything you could have dreamed of 2 years ago. David Brooks once put it this way: almost every successful person begins with two beliefs. The future can be better than the present, and I have the power to make it so. Class of 2024, you have the power to make it so. You've shared with me some of your concerns about what comes next, and I have continued to remind you, you already know how to do what's next because you've already done it. Look back at the path behind you over the past 2 years and see what you've accomplished. Look inside yourself and recognize that you know yourself. Strengths and challenges even better than before. You know your assets, and you know when you need help. You know how to find solid friends and those who will enhance your life. You have experience knowing the future can be better, and you have seen yourself exercise your power to make it so. Now go out into the world and let others see you do it again. Congratulations to the powerful class of 2024. Will you please join me in welcoming the first of two elected class speakers, ASM Tech Class of 2024 graduate, Tanner Solberg.
Did you know that the first person predicted to live to 150 has already been born? Well, this could be someone in this room. Most of us simply don't have that long. Thus, this becomes a discussion of what little time we do have and how we can make that matter. It's admittedly morbid, but the current average lifespan of a U.S. citizen is around 76 years old. Let's be a little bit generous, factoring in advances in science and technology, and round that number to a solid 80. 80 years. That's 29,200 days, or 700,800 hours. If you really want to feel good, that's 42,048,000 minutes. Even better, that's 2,522,880,000 seconds. I hate to break it to you, but you're already about a quarter of the way through that. I say this not to depress you, but to encourage you. We are blessed with an amazing amount of time, more than any generation before us. Each one of us will spend this time thinking, acting, and feeling, growing, maturing, becoming something better than what we were. That's enough time to meet people, to fall in love, and to raise families. Simply put, we have time enough to live. However you choose to spend it, and I say spend it deliberately because time is the most valuable currency. Be intentional. Don't let it go to waste, and don't be jerks. Find those you love and cherish every moment you get with them. My friends, we don't have much time, but we have enough. 80 years, 29,200 days, 2,522,880,000 seconds. Do something with it. Okay. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce our second elected student speaker, Sydney Horek.
Good evening, distinguished guests, proud parents, esteemed faculty, and most importantly, my fellow graduating class of 2024. For those that don't know, my name is Sydney Horek, and I'm honored to stand before you as we celebrate this exciting milestone. With that said, I'll need you all to humor a small Paula moment while I quote to you a profound truth that I've stumbled upon. As I reflect on the experiences I've had here and through ASM Tech, I've been deeply reminded of the words written by poet and author Nikita Gill. I'm a mosaic of every person I have ever loved. While we stand here today, each of us headed in different and thrilling directions, I'm becoming abundantly aware of the small ways my life has been altered by the people in this auditorium. Our lives are like intricate mosaics composed of countless pieces, each representing a person, moment, or experience that left its mark on us. Whether it be the unwavering support of our families, friendships that stood the test of time, or new relationships that have grown fast and deep. Each of these connections has contributed to the rich tapestry of our identities. Consider the advisors who have guided us each semester, the professors that have challenged us to new heights, and our classmates that have inspired us to keep pushing forward. Their wisdom, encouragement, and unbreakable belief in our potential has added depth and complexity to our mosaics. But it's not only the positive experiences that have influenced us. At one time or another, our resilience was tested these last 2 years. We've hit walls, lost and found ourselves, felt one struggle or another. It's the connections and support from Paula, Cindy, and our peers that has propelled us forward so that we could make it here. It's with the help of others that our mosaic becomes patched and rethreaded. It is incredibly bittersweet to look back on the memories and the legacy we leave behind. However, as we step out of these halls, I encourage you to be mindful of the ways you impact the lives of others and the ways that they have affected yours. These fleeting 2 years has made our mosaic shine a little more brightly, all because we were allowed to experience this together. So, as we embark on this next journey, let us honor the mosaics of our lives by embracing the new, diverse experiences that will continue to surround us. Let us continue to learn from others, to uplift and empower our peers with each step forward. Congratulations, class of 2024. The world awaits, and I have no doubt that each of you will leave an indelible mark on it. Thank you guys for everything. For the presentation of diplomas, please allow me to introduce Dr. Jason Jeffrey, West Shore ESD Superintendent, James Banstra, Principal Director of CTE and ASM Tech, Chad Riffle, Assistant Principal of CTE and ASM Tech, and Paula Mowell, ASM Tech Coordinator.
Class of 2024, please rise to receive your diplomas. I will be reading a short paragraph about each graduate as they receive their diplomas. Parents, you are welcome to come down front and take photos if you'd like to. Janessa Alvesteffer. Janessa received an Associate of Arts degree. While at West Shore, she took the Allied Health class through CTE and received her CNA license, and she's been working for almost a year. Her future plan is to attend West Shore and prepare herself for the nursing program. Brendan Brady. Brendan earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. He will attend the Great Lakes Maritime Academy in Traverse City to get a Bachelor of Science in Maritime Technology and a third Assistant Engineer credential. Brendan was the Vice President of Student Senate. Alicia Escoto Ortiz. Alicia earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She plans to attend Aquinas College and pursue a bachelor's degree in elementary education. While at West Shore Community College, Alicia helped write a grant for the Shelby Middle School Library, which earned $1,000, and her West Shore reading assessment class was able to choose the books for it. Leticia Estrada Navarrete. Leticia is not with us this evening, but we want to share that she's earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She plans to attend Michigan Tech University, pursuing a degree in computational biology. While she was at West Shore, she also worked for Dr. Seward as her lab assistant. Esmeralda Guerrero. Esmer plans to attend the University of Detroit Mercy to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing. She was the lab assistant for Professor Belinsky. Esmeralda was also the student life coordinator for Student Senate. Autumn Heighton. Autumn will be using the Mason County Promise for another year at West Shore to take the EMT program, and then will use the certification to work. She plans to eventually doing something involved with animals. She was able to realize that she needed a short-term goal since becoming a veterinarian is going to take 6 more years. Anna Herberger. Anna earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She plans to attend Michigan Technological University next year with a major in anthropology. During her time at West Shore, she worked as a lab assistant for the biology department, as well as being published in the Dark Matter literary magazine. Ariana Noelia Hernandez. Ariana earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She plans to attend Michigan State University's residential college, James Madison College, double majoring in international relations and comparative cultures and politics. Ariana worked as a student worker and was involved in Student Senate for her 2 years here. Shelby Hilliard. Shelby is working towards certification in EKG and phlebotomy. She plans to work as an EKG technician next year and then eventually attend Ferris State University's radiology program while finishing up her associate's degree. Jacob Holcomb. Jacob earned his Associate of Science degree while at West Shore. This summer, Jacob will be attending an REU undergraduate research program for plant genomics at Michigan State University. Afterwards, he plans to attend Lyman Briggs College at MSU in the fall for plant biology. Sydney Horick. Sydney plans to attend Saginaw Valley State University in the fall. While at West Shore, she tried many different degree paths, and she has decided that she would like to continue exploring. Savannah Quiet. Savannah earned an Associate of General Studies degree while at West Shore, and she graduated also from the EMT program. She hopes to go on to paramedic classes next year at West Shore with the Mason County Promise. She plans to keep volunteering at the Scottville Fire Department and continuing her education. Desiree Melchor. Next year, Desiree plans to use the Mason County Promise to continue her health pathway here at West Shore. During her time here, she had the opportunity to take allied health through CTE, which allowed her to expand her experiences. She's working towards certificates as a certified nurse assistant and also an EKG technician. Gladys Moncada Pineda. Gladys has received a CNA certification and an EKG certification and is looking forward to the upcoming state tests. She learned how to deal with rigorous challenges and learned how to be independent. Not only is she proud of herself for how far she's gotten, but she is proud of her classmates for going beyond. She's been accepted into the University of Michigan School of Nursing, and she hopes to eventually become a nurse practitioner in pediatrics. Isabel Omnis. Isabel earned an Associate of Science degree while at West Shore. She plans on moving to East Lansing to attend Michigan State University. There she will pursue a degree in data science with a minor in actuarial science. At West Shore, she worked at the Learning and Testing Center. She also worked under the payroll coordinator as a student worker. Isabel was a member of Phi Theta Kappa and received high honors each semester here. She also won the Outstanding Graduate Award from the Social Sciences Department. Abigail Prine. Abby earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She plans to go on to Northern Michigan University to earn her Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. She has worked as a teacher's assistant for Sky Mage here in the Pottery Studio. After she completes her education, she plans to become a ceramics professor at a university. Plain Ralph. He plans to stay at West Shore to finish their degree and earn more credits, and then transfer to the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor for art school. While at West Shore, Plain worked at Student Services and learned from CTE IT networking that they didn't want to do IT, but rather wants to pursue something in digital design. Anahi Ramirez. Anahi plans to go to Davenport to complete a bachelor's degree. She earned an Associate of Arts degree while here at West Shore. She's hoping at Davenport to take both accounting and potentially look for some other creative programs that might give her some escape from the numbers. Maya Ramos. Next year, Maya plans to come back to West Shore using the Mason County Promise to complete her associate's degree. Maya plans to work as an EKG technician or phlebotomist with the certificates she's been working to obtain. While in ASM Tech, Maya joined the Army National Guard, which showed her the strength she didn't know she had. Yareli Rodriguez. Yareli plans on attending Ferris State University in the Automotive Engineering Technology program. She hopes to pursue a career with cars and looks forward to the possibility of working with high-performance vehicles. During Yareli's time at ASM Tech and West Shore, she enjoyed helping incoming classmates finalizing their schedules. Gladys Marlene Rosas. Gladys earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She is planning to attend Aquinas College to pursue a degree in elementary education. While at West Shore Community College, she was the president of the Pokemon Club for a semester and helped write a $1,000 grant proposal that was approved for the Shelby Middle School Library. She's grateful for the time spent at ASM Tech and hopes to carry her experience here everywhere she goes. Joseph Schwartz. Joseph earned an Applied Associate's in Precision Machine Technology and more or less 76 college credits along the way. He plans to immediately go into the workforce, gaining experience in CNC machining and other aspects of manufacturing. He's considering pursuing a further degree in further college education in mechanical engineering after gaining manufacturing experience. At West Shore, he worked with the Testing Center, earned industry-recognized certifications in CAD, CAM, and robotics, and was also the Student Senate parliamentarian. Tanner Solberg. Tanner earned an Associate of Science degree while at West Shore. He will serve a proselytizing mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Independence, Missouri, which is a Spanish-speaking city. He received 4 computer science certifications, started a game development studio, and graduated from early morning seminary. Alexandra Swanger. Alex earned an Associate of Arts degree while at West Shore. She plans on attending the CLI Conservatory in Southampton, Massachusetts, to work with some of the best choreographers and teachers in the world of commercial dance. She completed 62 college credits with high honors and was president of an RSO she created on campus. Caden Taylor. Caden earned an Associate of Arts degree at West Shore. She will spend the summer on Mackinac Island as a supervisor at Kilwins and then work until the fall of 2025. Eventually, she plans to pursue either communications or biology at Northern Michigan University. During her time here, she was very active in Student Senate and on campus. Gabriel Vandergeld. Gabe plans to take a gap year and pursue further training in the National Guard. He's on a path to become a combat engineer. He will then attempt to go to Ranger School and then eventually go for his electrical degree. Josiah Walker. While at West Shore, Josiah earned his Associate of Applied Arts and Sciences degree in welding. He plans on working at Legacy Tooling Company. During his time here, he helped with a new CTE program, Design, Fabrication, and Welding, and then he was the secretary and the head Secretary of Student Senate and the head of Policy and Personnel for the West Shore Community College Student Senate. Class of 2024, would you please rise for the turning of the tassels? Now that you have officially received your diplomas and are high school graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left. I present to you the ASM Tech Class of 2024. Guests, if you would please remain seated until the graduates exit the theater. Thank you for joining us this evening.